R.I.P. to Tony Todd.
I know, man.
That one threw me off. Tony Todd, famous actor, most notably known as playing Candyman from the movie Candyman. But I think a lot of us also remember him as the bodyguard from Lean On Me. That's the other place I remember.
I just seen that the other day too.
Yep. So
it's chains on the door. The enemy's here. The enemy's here. Take the chains off the door.
Yeah, so Tony Todd, also remembered for appearing in Final Destination franchise and Platoon. He has over 240 film and TV credits spanning 40 years. Passed away November 6th at his home in L.A., and he was 69. At the moment, they have not provided a cause of death. And I did not know this. I'm finding this out just as I read this. Tony Todd was born December 4th, same day as Jay-Z, 1954, in D.C. I did not know he was a D.C. head. Yes, he pursued acting at the Eugene O'Neill National Actors Theater Institute and the Trinity Rep Conservatory, where he honed his skills and developed his commanding style. And yeah, one of his first roles was in the movie Platoon. That's where he got his start. Yeah, I still haven't seen all of Platoon.
What?
I know, I'm effing up. But, yeah,
I used to always watch.
That's one of those
military movies.
That's one of those movies that come on TV and you just watch it, but you didn't get to see the beginning, and then you turn it when
because
the commercial
it was that
comes.
good. It don't matter.
I won't even say
you can fall in. You can fall in any time and watch the movie.
My dad was just in the military, so as a kid, I used to be like, oh shit, I need to watch some of these army movies.
In addition to Lean On Me, he was also in Colors, which I completely forgot about. And then Tony Todd did star in a remake of a movie I really like, which is Night of the Living Dead. He played Ben, the main character from the original Night of the Living Dead. Big into horror movies, so I remember that movie. I completely forgot that was Tony Todd who played that character in the remake. I just remember it was a black actor. I just forgot. But anyway, yeah, he went on after that, of course, to play the legendary Candyman, which is what we all remember him from.
He scared the shit out of everybody.
Candyman was the only horror movie to really ever scare me. I was 9 when I first saw it.
That was a black,
yeah.
Like,
and that shit seemed, I don't know, that was the most scary up to date horror film.
Bro, when them bees came out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the bees were real.
Right.
Yeah,
and then what other horror movie that get you shook?
Very few.
It's not, the only other movie I remember that, and this is probably why I don't watch a lot of scary movies. The Blob.
Oh, The Blob was dope.
But it was just the mere fact that once it was out, how do you contain something like that?
Fire. Fire cleanses everything.
That's not.
Yeah, it do.
Well, y'all never saw that classic horror Chud?
Yeah. I've seen all the classic 80 horror movies. Have you seen the Substance? No, wait, The Stuff. Have you seen The Stuff? That was from the 80s. The Substance just came out with Demi Moore, but The Stuff is a movie from the 80s.
Yeah, but Candyman was like the only like horror show up to date that get more.
Yeah,
hook,
that was scary.
That hook.
It was the fact that it was a black ghost in a black side of town, because he stalked Cabrini Green.
It was the black part. That's what I'm telling you. It's like, yo, this
because
shit. Especially that age too.
Yeah, because every horror movie is always white people get killed.
Yeah,
and it's always
you run to the projects, you'll be safe.
Yeah,
but
Jason, Michael Myers,
Jason and Michael Myers gonna come.
Freddy Krueger, like, you know what I mean, like,
Jason stalks the woods, Michael Myers stalks the suburbs.
Candyman is the hood, nigga, like. Oh,
and I still to this day don't understand.
And Freddie did Suburbs too.
I don't understand, because the Candyman legend supposedly happened in New Orleans. So why was this ghost haunting Chicago? That never made sense to me. Of course, I'm a Candyman fan, which is why.
I think because the story traveled. Somebody from Louisiana went to Chicago, lived, told that story. So it's gonna be hard headed. They don't listen. They try to call his ass out. He came out. So the legend grew within the hood, because the ignorant, they gonna try it. They gonna put their hands on that shit, get burned. Like, man, I don't believe that.
That's just like them roots.
Yeah,
By them
exactly.
roots.
So that's my theory on how it got to the hood. Somebody came from New Orleans. They knew about that. Went to Chicago because a lot of Southerners went to the Midwest and the Northeast corridor. You know what I'm saying? Especially during the migration during the '60s and stuff. Took that story with them, telling some hood, and he told her or she told, "Hey, don't call the name now." And of course, did. So travel.
Yes. Okay, well, also, just to close this out, Tony Todd was also a very famous voice actor who lent his voice to numerous projects throughout the years, and this includes Call of Duty games, Star Trek, Transformer Prime, Scooby-Doo, and films such as Transformer Rise of the Fallen. And in addition to that, video games such as the werewolf game, Realms of Shadow, lots of stuff like that. So he was an incredible voice actor in addition to regular actor.
Another legend.
Yes. So we're going to give a big rest in peace to Tony Todd,
AKA
and
Candyman.
AKA Candyman.